right, so welcome. Thank you guys for joining us for the webinar today. This is a live recorded webinar. What is a live recorded webinar? That means that we will be doing it live. It's running live on YouTube, but we are going to be recording it to put it out for people who don't see it live, because obviously everybody's not available at 2 p.m. Eastern time on a Thursday. So looking forward for you guys to be able to get some great information here. This is going to be about how I was coached to 6 figures in network marketing. So I'm going to talk about the different processes that I had to go through to do that. We're going to talk about coaching versus mentoring, a couple of different things. So throughout the slide, I am going to let you know what the benefits of the webinar are going to be, who it's for, who it's not for. That way, if you're looking at this live on YouTube, or whether you're looking at the webinar as a replay, you can jump off of here if it's not for you. So right in the beginning of the webinar, I'm going to talk to you guys about who it's for and who it's not for. So, and I'll also introduce myself. I've also got some of my awards and recognition here that I'm going to show you guys as well. I did a webinar like this before about 6 months ago, and I never put it out because my actual coach was like, hey, you don't have any recognition in there. You don't have this, you don't have that. So I kind of put everything on pause, and I didn't do it. So I did bring my awards and everything to be able to shoot this correctly. So hopefully my coach is going to be satisfied with what he sees. I am going to throw a slide show up here. It's going to be more in the workbook form, guys. So just so you understand, for those who are looking at the replay, understand that there was a link that you could have clicked to get the workbook, and it would have been emailed to you. If you're looking at this live on YouTube, if you look in the chat on the YouTube, you'll see a link there for the workbook, so you can follow us right now as we go through the slides. So the workbook is what I'm going to be scrolling through as I go over the information, so you can follow there, and then that way you have it and you have all the information that we went over, and that way if you need to look back at it or study it or whatever the case may be. I'll put everything out for free that I do on my YouTube channel. Obviously, I sell coaching packages and group coaching packages and all those things. You can buy into those packages. That's your choice. But the information that I give, a lot of times, I give a lot of free information as well. So certainly follow my YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all those different things. I've got a page called Becoming an Entrepreneur on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram, Training by Dunbar. I'm on Clubhouse as Trained by Dunbar. You can follow me there as well. So I'm on most social media. LinkedIn, Training by Dunbar as well. So go ahead, give me a follow. I always put in free information out there, a lot of different fillable documents that you can use to grow your business on the entrepreneurial side. A lot of my material out for network marketers, but I do have material that whether you're a network marketer or not, you can really take advantage of that information as well. So I'm gonna get the slideshow here pulled up, and then we're gonna get rolling. So give me about 15, 20 seconds to get the slideshow up. And once I get this up, we're gonna get started with the webinar. If you have any questions, you can just go ahead and throw them in the chat. I do have YouTube open where I can see it, so I may be able to answer some questions there as well. So let me see, get that cut down. All right, so now I got that pulled up and I can take a look at that as well. So if you guys post any questions on YouTube, I'll be able to take a look at those as well. If you see me looking back and forth, guys, certainly not being rude. I'm only doing that because I have more than one screen. So I've got things going on different screens that have to do with this webinar. So I'm gonna try not to look off as much as possible so that I'm not seeming like I'm being rude, but I may have to look off to look at some other things like I'm about to do right now so I can get the slideshow set up. But after that, guys, we'll be able to get started here. So I'm gonna try to keep this webinar as short as I possibly can. I'm not gonna be long-winded with it. I do want you guys to get the proper information. I want you guys to have the proper information. But again, I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible so that you know, I'm not taking a lot of you guys' time. I know it's midday. People listening to the replay, is not going to matter. They can listen to it at their own convenience. But anybody looking at this on YouTube Live, speaking to you guys right now, when I'm saying I'm not going to hold you for a long time. I know if you're on YouTube, you're obviously there to look at videos anyway, but I'm not going to keep you too long. So there it is. All right. make this a lot bigger so you can see this pretty clearly. All right, that should be good there. So hopefully everybody can see this pretty clear on the screen, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And for those that know, also guys, I'm really unscripted. So of course, you know, none of this is really scripted. You're gonna see what's on the workbook and all those things, but I pretty much just kind of train from bullet points because that's just what I do. I'm just not a very scripted person. But the point of this webinar, because I'm very transparent as well, so anybody that follows me knows that I'm really a transparent person. So the point of this webinar is, for one, to let you know how I was coached to 6 figures in network marketing. And the point of this is that I want people to understand that it's very important to have a coach, especially when you're in network marketing. And I'm going to tell you the difference between a mentor and a coach, because you're going to get a lot of mentoring from your upline team support, marketplace leadership, things like that, no matter what company you're in. But having a coach will really help you along the way. So I'm gonna let you know my process, kind of what I went through, some awards that I received, so that you know I'm at least qualified to be talking about training you and assisting you as it comes to earning 6 figures. And I have a group coaching program simply because I have a lot of one-on-one clients, and some people will contact me and say, look, I want coaching, but I can't really afford a coach right now. So they stick to getting YouTube, looking at YouTube and looking at audiobooks and things like that. And those things are all great. I still use YouTube as mentoring, and I learn a lot of DIY, like do it yourself from YouTube. But I've had a coach for years, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. And what I found is that having a group coaching program allows me to coach several people at one time and then pay a lower cost, right? But still get the coaching that they need. Plus, I have in there about 30 15-minute sessions that each person in the group coaching program can take advantage of. Now, you're getting about 7.5 hours of individual one-on-one coaching, plus you're going to get 6 months of group coaching. And you'll see, you know, what the investment is into that at the end when we go through everything. But again, the webinar is free, guys. If you take a look at the webinar, there's no obligation to buy anything. I'm not going to be hassling you about buying anything. Put the information out there, let you know how it helped me. If all you do is look at the webinar and gain some great information there, and it helps you, then, hey, look, I've done my job, right? What's for people is what's for people. So the people who buy into any group coaching that I have, or one-on-one coaching, you know, that's for them. The ones who don't decide to buy into it, but they take the free stuff and learn from it, guys, that's why I put the free stuff out there. That's why I put lead magnets out there. That's why I drop fillable worksheets for people to use at no cost, is because I want to see a business build. And it's all part of me being a coach and a trainer. So I've been coaching and training for free for over a decade. So yes, I do get paid to do it, but I've been doing it for free so long that I know that that's kind of part of the deal. So absolutely no pressure, but understand that I am going to say in the beginning, this is going to be for some people. It's not going to be for some people. And obviously you have to know when you're marketing things that in order for you to attract a certain clientele, you're going to have to be unattractive to a certain clientele, if that makes sense, right? Because if nobody's going to like, nobody's going to be liked by everyone, right? But if you want to really market yourself, have a niche market, then it's going to be a group of people who don't like you just because you're the way that makes the other people like you, if that makes sense. So you got to understand that. So I always know people are going to not like my material, but there's going to be people who like my material. So that's kind of how it all works. So the first thing you're seeing up there right now is just kind of the cover page, which is just showing Piranha Inner Circle group coaching, just letting you know kind of how everything looks for us, right? 6-month group coaching program. I just revised this in August, just this month, I revised it. So I'm gonna scroll along this again. If you want the workbook, guys, if you're on YouTube and you want the workbook, the very first link in the chat, if you click that link, it will allow you to get the workbook. So when you click it, it's going to ask you for your name and your email. And when you put into that information and click the button, you're going to get an email within about 60 seconds. That's going to be a download that you can take advantage of. And everything we're going over, everything you're going to see on this slide right now, right, on this scrolling PDF, you're going to be able to have that. That's going to be emailed to you directly. So you can pull it up on your computer, look at it later, print it off, whatever you're going to do with it, you can do with it. So that's how you can take advantage of it. So how coaching helped me get to 6 figures. Look, generate significantly more income per month in your network marketing business. And I hope most of you guys, even if you're not a shark, right? So I know some people are sharks, and it's like, hey, look, I'm going after the money. Some people are whales. They want to help people. Dolphins want to have fun. Urchins like all the facts. I've done personality trait trainings, and I get all of those things. But even if you're not a shark, right, you're going to have a little bit of shark in you. And I would assume that if you have a side hustle, a home business, you're doing network marketing full-time or part-time, you're doing it because you're looking to earn some extra income. So we're looking to help you boost that income. And I'm not going to say 2x, 5x, 10x, or any of those things, simply because I can't guarantee you that you're going to make more money, because if you don't do the things that you're coached to do, then you won't make more money. So I can't really guarantee that you're going to make more money when I don't know how you're going to be, whether or not you're going to be coachable. Does that make sense? So network marketing can be tricky, even when you follow the system. So if you don't understand other systems, right? What's the other system? Becoming an entrepreneur. So one of the biggest challenges that you will find in the world of entrepreneurial, right? The entrepreneurial world is that somebody will have a trade. I'm a plumber, right? I'm a tax advisor. I'm an accountant. I recruit very well. I'm in network marketing. I'm a barber, right? You have these different trades, right? Or degrees hanging on the wall, whichever it is, right? Trade or degree, education, knowledge, right? Background in something. And you think that because you have those skills that you can run a business. Every plumber can't own a plumber company, right? They may be a really good plumber, but they may not be able to operate that business. So the other system that a lot of times we're not being trained on in network marketing is the business system, right? The becoming an entrepreneur system that we're not being told. We're not told how to. We're told, hey, look, IPA, income producing activity. You should be working at this time. You should be working at that time. Everything should be about IPA. And that is correct. I back that 100%. But at some point, we have to train people on how to manage their time and how to set a calendar up so that they can focus on IPA, right? Those are business skill sets, not necessarily network marketing skill sets. So no knock on network marketing training. I was a network marketing trainer for a long time, right? And our job is to train you on network marketing, not on business. So I'm not knocking that system, because that system is set up for that reason. You as a business owner have to go outside the network marketing system and say, let me learn how to be a business owner as well, right? And that's your job to do that. It's not your upline job, your team support, the state that you live in. It's not the leadership of the state that should be doing that. It's not the CEO or the training program for the company that you're a part of. It's you as a business owner that says, hey, I'm Robert Dunbar. I'm a business owner. I do network marketing part-time, and I have a full-time job. I should know as a business owner that I should be getting knowledge, skill sets, and training on being a business owner, not just on how to build a network marketing business. So I hope that helps, right? So you can earn a significant amount of extra income in the network marketing industry, but in order to sustain 6 figures and above, you will need some coaching, some training, and or some mentoring, or being an entrepreneur, right? So again, you can get to 6 figures and above, right? Some people have gotten to 7 figures without a coach, right? That's viable, right? The problem is, can you maintain that, right? Can you maintain that without a coach to show you how to properly run that business, if that makes sense? So we're going to talk a little bit about understanding how to attain the individual, group, and coaching mindset, learn where and how individual and group coaching can significantly increase your income. And then, you're going to gain access to the best kept secret system of attract, engage, and convert. And that's something that I do a lot of training on, because it's about, right, attracting new prospects, engaging with them professionally and properly, right? And then converting them over to new customers or new business partners or associates, depending on what kind of network marketing company you are, how you verbalize that with the languages. But in the company that I'm a part of, which is Legal Shield, it is associates, right? That's what we like to call it. So what are the benefits of this webinar? So what are we going to be doing? So how do you benefit from this webinar, right? It's simple. First of all, grab a pen and paper and take some notes, guys. You do not have to buy anything, right? right? I appreciate your business if you buy something from me, but this webinar is free. So take the notes, get the information, and hopefully this will help you build your network marketing business the way that you would like for it to build. So this webinar is meant to outline the coursework and steps necessary. The reason why I highlighted outline, or I put it in bold, I should say, is because these topics that I'm going to talk about, this is just an outline of the coursework that you will get in the group coaching program. I'm not going to give you all of the nuts and bolts during the webinar, because at that point, there will be no reason for you to need a coach if you did a webinar and you got all the information there, right? Yes, yes. So we understand, like, I'm in sales. I do sell things, right? I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid of my prices. This is what I do for a living, right? I coach and I train, and I'm also in network marketing, and I've been in network marketing now for about 13 years. Again, I'll talk a little bit about that when I get to the slide talking about myself, which is always a difficult subject, right? So mentoring versus coaching, we're going to talk about the difference. We're going to talk about rank level advancements, increasing your income significantly, understand automated time management, right? Not just managing your time on the paper calendar, but automated time management. We're going to talk about mastering the art of time blocking in order to find more IPA time in your schedule, which is income producing activity. We're going to talk about grasping the 5 most important social media strategies and organizing the 5 levels of leadership. And for those that don't know what the 5 levels of leadership are, they are, we're going to go over a slide on them, but it is a book written by the master leader, Mr. John C. Maxwell. So I read that book years and years ago. I also did a training on it years ago. So I'm going to give you the 5 levels of leadership here, but inside of group training, our group training program, I go more into depth, and I show you how to know what level you are on with the individuals on your team, so that you're talking to them from the specific level that you're at with them, the same way it works with your print, right? You want to have a print with the leaders on your team so that you're speaking to them right from their print, not just talking to them randomly and not knowing how the information or training or communication is going to fall on that person, right? Does that make sense? So tracking your income with our signature TBD, fillable income tracking forms, which is TBD, training by Dunbar, just so you know what that acronym is, right? So whenever you see TBD, that's me shortening up training by Dunbar. So we've got our fillable income tracking forms, and I give those to you guys for free. Don't worry about that. I have those things all online. You can click a link and download them, and you can track your income on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, and on a monthly basis, because we believe what, right? You cannot increase or decrease what you do not track. So that's very important. So attracting new prospects, right? Engaging with them properly and professionally, and increasing your conversion rate. So one of my online mentors, right, Mr. Jim Rohn, talked about years ago in his network marketing book. He talked about being able to sell as much as somebody who can close better than you by actually talking to more people. So basically in his skit, he talked about, hey, look, if I close 1 out of 10 and I've got a 10% closing ratio, right? That's not a really good ratio, right? You can eat off a 10% closing ratio. Now, you can't eat steak. You might be able to eat some boneless, skinless chicken breast, but you can eat off a 10% closing rate. But you want to get yourself up in the higher echelons, like maybe a 30% closing rate, somewhere between 20 and 30%. But in the example that Jim Rohn gave, he says, right, if I only close 10% and my competition or the next person closes 30%, I can still beat them. And I can beat them by talking to more people. So if I close 1 out of 10 and you close 3 out of 10, and you only making 10 calls a day to close your 3, well, if I make 35 calls a day, right? If I make 40 calls a day, I'll close 4 and I'll close more than you. So I have to call more people to close as many as you, because my conversion rate is low. Why am I telling you that? Because one of the objects in our group Piranha Inner Circle coaching is for us to help you get a higher conversion rate so that you, right, make less calls. Now, you can still make the same amount of calls and make, right, double or triple the money, or you could buy some of your time back and say, hey, look, I'm okay with the amount of income I make. I want to have more time back. I want to buy some of my time back for my family. So if I have a higher rate, right, if I close 30% as opposed to 10%, then I don't have to make as many phone calls, and maybe you can spend some more of that time with your family or your loved ones. Or you may say, hey, look, I'm a shark, man. I'm chasing the bag. And look, I'm closing 30% now. So I'm doing triple what I was before. So now I'm going to make triple the money. You do with it whatever you want to, right? But that's how the information is going to work to assist you, right? Acquiring and retaining budget-friendly coaching. So I have a really budget-friendly coaching system. So again, you can take all this free information, right? And you can listen to the replay, and you can download the workbook, and you can do all those things. You can have all that stuff for free, guys, right? Absolutely no problem at all. Like, I don't want anything from it. But if you want to buy into the coaching, whether it be one-on-one or group coaching, and what I'm talking about here on this webinar is really particularly group coaching. So you see my logo and my company information for the Piranha Inner Circle group coaching, because that is a group coaching program. But I do one-on-one coaching, but I want to stick to group on this webinar. It is very budget friendly. So you're going to see that there's 4 different payment methods, and there's a link already in the live, right? So if you're looking at this live on YouTube, there's a link, the very second link in there. When you click on it, it'll show you the prices. So you can look at the prices, a few testimonials of some people, and you can see, hey, this is what it's going to cost if you're paying all up front, if you're paying once a month, if you're paying over 2 different periods or over 3 different periods, right? Those different payment options are on that link. When you click it, right, it doesn't tie you to anything, right? You're not my hostage because you clicked on that link. It just shows you the pricing. So hopefully you can take advantage of it being budget-friendly coaching, if that makes sense, right? My coach don't like the idea of budget-friendly coaching, but I understand the circumstances. So let's take a look at why you should continue watching the webinar, and then let's take a look at why you shouldn't continue watching it if you fall under a different category. So, and again, this is not to hurt anybody's feelings, to tell you that, right? You shouldn't be in my company or any of that kind of stuff. That's not my point. My point here is, I don't want you to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste my time. If my coaching programs don't work for you, right, and you're saying, I don't want to buy into this stuff, then, right, you don't have to. You can stay and listen to the free webinar. But if you want to leave, feel free to leave. No love lost. I'm going to do the webinar anyway, right? But if you just saying, no, I'm going to take all the free stuff I can get from you and not buy anything from you, guys, still no love lost, right? Because I put the information out there for you to do it. But I want you to know, in case you say, if I'm not going to buy nothing from this guy, then I don't even want to hear his stuff. So after we get to the next slide, you'll know whether or not this is for you or not. So you should continue watching this webinar if you are a network marketer, right? This webinar is specifically for network marketers looking to build leverage, passive, and residual streams of income. And if you see value in coaching and mentoring, the decision to look for a mentor or coach is a part of a successful mindset. So this is the first decision you need to make, right? Do you even want to coach? Do you even want to mentor? You have to make that decision first. So you can invest in a coach or mentor. So if you can invest in a coach or mentor and you're willing to, this will be a good idea for you to stay and listen, because it might be a viable option for you, right? So in addition to the right mindset, you need to own the willingness to invest in yourself, right? Own that willingness, right? You got something called willingness versus wantingness. Most of us, we want things, so we work just enough to get them, right? We got a 9-to-5 and it pays the bills, and we don't really want anything else. We don't get a side hustle. We don't get an extra job. We don't work extra hours on the weekend. We work just enough to get what we want. But then you've got the willingness to invest in yourself, the willingness to work, meaning that, no, I don't just want the things that I need to have. I want more. I want to leave a legacy. I want to reach the pinnacle of what I'm here for, right? If you believe in operating through purpose, right? So willingness to invest in yourself. That's going to be another thing that should hold you in this webinar. You need more prospects and leads, right? In your network marketing company. This webinar will lay out how to get more leads and prospects through lead magnets and social media. You need to brand yourself as a network marketing leader. So your branding image is of key importance as you look to recruit the strongest leaders you possibly can. So guys, look, this is not a hit on your company. So a lot of times when I train on branding and image, people will say, well, why shouldn't I talk about the company I'm a part of? It's a Fortune 500 company where they're worth millions or billions of dollars. They've been in business for 30, 40, 50, 100 years. Guys, that's great. I'm not telling you there's something wrong with your company. What I'm telling you is you have to brand yourself as a leader in network marketing. You have to brand yourself as a leader in the home business industry, because there are companies all over the place that people can join. You want people to buy into you first, right? You want people to buy into like your leadership, you being able to successfully guide them through, especially in network marketing. Why in network marketing? Because in network marketing, the biggest failures that happen aren't because the company that you work for is a bad company. It's because you may be under bad leadership or somebody who are looking to just build people into the company so that they can earn an income, but they don't really coach, train, or guide that person. So bad leadership within a network marketing company probably causes more failure than the company closing down or the company having a bad product or having a bad training system. It's normally the associate who is your upline team support, your mentor, who is really at fault when you don't succeed, outside of the fact that you yourself may not be coachable. So you can take responsibility if it's you, but a lot of times it's the upline team support. So it's important to make sure that you're branding yourself as a leader. So when people join, they say, wait a minute, I was in network marketing before and I didn't have a good experience. The question is, did you not have a good experience because you joined a bad company? Or was it because the person that you were working with wasn't that knowledgeable, wasn't leading you, wasn't doing the business full time enough or enough throughout the day, week, and month to really help you, right? So if that's the case, you don't want to be that leader. You want to be a leader that can really help those people build into their business. So something else that's important for you to take a look at. So what else we got here? You want to increase your rank and income, right? So, and I would hope that that's most of you guys, right? You want to increase your rank and income. So you'll receive the rank level and income increase blueprint to the recipe during the webinar, right? And it's just gonna be the blueprint. But again, when you get in the program, the reason why my group coaching program is 6 months is because you need 6 months to develop, guys. This is not an overnight process. I'm a process person. Can you earn thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, 5 figures in a month, 90 days into a network marketing company? Absolutely. I would never tell you that you couldn't. But that is not the normal everyday example. And I don't want you to look at somebody else's highlight reel, right? And compare it to your everyday life. I want you to look at the process of what it takes, right? If you're a superstar recruiter, you can build the company and business real quick, then look, great. We'll celebrate you from the sideline. But if you can't, like most people can't, there's a process to building up. And you'll see what my process was throughout this webinar. And when I show you my awards, and you'll see the time frame in between certain awards that I got, and you'll see what I mean by the process, right? So you should not continue watching this webinar, right? For these reasons, right? For these reasons. You are not willing to invest in yourself. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, being on a webinar like this is probably not going to help you. Even if you don't, it's not about you buying anything from me. But at some point, even if you don't buy into a coach or training program, you're going to still need to invest in yourself as a business owner in a network marketing company, right? So if you're not willing to invest in yourself, it's probably not going to be a good idea for you to stick through this webinar. But look, I welcome you to stay anyway, right? Because you may take some of the information and do something with it, right? So no judgment here. Investing is all about timing, and it just might not be the right time for you. Feel free to keep us company anyway, right? So you don't see value in coaching and mentoring. That might be another reason why you might not want to stay on this webinar, because you don't see value in coaching and mentoring. So some entrepreneurs simply feel like paid coaches and mentors are looking to make a quick buck to solve a problem for their clientele. That might be the case sometimes. I'm sure that there are some coaches and mentors who aren't really up to helping you sincerely or genuinely, but saying, if I can put together a coaching package and make some money on it and then flee and just help them a little bit, then look, I know that exists. That's not what you're going to get with Training by Dunbar. It's not what you're going to get with the Piranha Inner Circle group coaching program. I always give a money back guarantee. So at the end of the day, guys, if you take my program and you don't feel like it was worth it, I'm going to always give you a money back guarantee for a certain amount of time within that circumstance. So, hey, you're not going to have that situation with me. I always like money back guarantees simply because it allows people to at least trust you enough to go through the process to see the value. Yes or yes? So you are not a coachable network marketer. So, right, just a common sense deal. If you're not coachable, you might not want to invest in a coach, right? So paying for group or individual coaching is a waste of money if you are just looking for someone to bounce ideas off of, right? Find you an accountability partner, find you a mentor, find you somebody that's not going to charge you and just bounce ideas off them, guys. So look, everything is not about a sale for me. I am in sales. I have a lot of posture when it comes to sales. I don't mind telling you what I charge for things, right? And I don't mind asking you for my money if you owe it to me. But I also know that everything is not about selling. So if you're just looking for somebody to bounce ideas off of, you may not want a coach. You might just want a mentor that you don't have to pay, right? Like a big brother type person, a big sister type person, or just count on your upline mentorship, all of those things, right? The marketplace leadership with the company, take the free trainings that your company offer and learn from that and grow from that. That's totally fine, guys. I just want you to understand that you might not want to stick through this webinar if you're not a coachable network marketer and you're just really looking to bounce ideas off of, but not really take anybody's advice that's going to really help you move forward in your business. So last two, you are not looking for any benefits that we offer, right? So I told you what the benefits was of this webinar. If those benefits don't suit you and you're saying, hey, look, I'm not interested in that stuff. If you're not interested in it, then probably not a good idea to stay on the webinar, right? So we specifically mentioned the benefits we provide before we started these two slides to give you an opportunity to see if this is a good fit for your SMART goals. If it's not, listen to the webinar if you want to, but I don't expect you to buy into a program if the benefits that we offer don't suit you. Because if we can't help you and you're a dissatisfied customer, probably not going to get a good review, right? So I really would rather that not be the case. So if you are a whiner, a quitter, have a negative disposition, or don't believe in yourself, this webinar is not going to be for you. A coaching program is not going to be for you. You probably need to seek some life coaching first before you go into any kind of business coaching, because that whiner, quitter, negative disposition, don't believe in yourself attitude, you're going to have a hard time wrestling with that while you're trying to run a business, especially in network marketing, where you're supposed to be coaching and training the people who are coming into your business and being a leadership figure for them, right? So part of our job here is to protect the sanctuary that the entrepreneurs are attending in order to make sure the right vibes are present during the coaching experience. And we can't do that if I hold a group coaching program and 3 of the people in that group coaching program are negative, don't believe in themselves, and are whiners or quitters. That will disrupt the vibes that are going on with the other 17 people. Why am I saying 17 to 3? Because in my group coaching programs, I don't allow more than 20 people to be in a program at a time, because it allows me to really be able to, one, fit the 15-minute coaching sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions with you all, because you get 7.5 hours of 15-minute coaching sessions, and I can only do that for so many people. Plus, I want the crowd to be a little bit more intimate, and I know webinars and Zooms can sometimes get so big that it's no longer intimate. So I felt like 20 was like the max on a group training. So just understand that on that group training, it will be no more than 20 people. And the one that I'm setting up now, which will start on the 25th of this month, right? The orientation is next Wednesday, but the 25th of this month is when we're going to start it. That's going to be on a Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, from 8:30 to 10 o'clock, right? 90 minutes of coaching, right, over the next 6 months at that time. Every session will be recorded. So if you're in that class and you missed that Wednesday, then you're going to get a copy of the recording anyway, like I do for any of my other classes that I teach. So that won't be a problem for you as well. So let's talk a little bit about what other people are saying. So some of you all might know this young lady right here. So this is a good friend of mine. One of the training by Dunbar clients, Miss Tilly Zalozzi. She is moving and shaking in the Virginia marketplace. And I have her up here. She asked me to do a testimonial for me. And she did that. She drew that up for me. So Tilly's is in human resources. She does recruiting for a pretty big name company up in the East Coast. And that's what she does for a living, right? That's what her degree has on the wall hanging. It's for. That's what she does. But she also does network marketing. So I asked her to do a testimony, and she said, "Look, I knew I needed a coach to achieve the next level on my network marketing business." She was reluctant at first, but once she spoke to me about her goals, she was able to identify her important. I was able to identify her important areas of focus. So when I started working with Miss Tilly Zalozzi, she was making less than $50,000 in network marketing, and she now has a $50,000 ring, and she is probably about $10,000 to $15,000 away, if that, from her $100,000 ring, which means she's earning 6 figures within a 6-month period. So thanks for this testimonial, Miss Tilly's. And look, I took a part of it, guys. Like, she did like a whole 2 or 3 paragraph testimonial on how we've been able to help her. And I just took this a small skit to throw it up here. So that's Miss Tilly Zalozzi out of the Virginia marketplace. And this testimonial was out of Ohio. And this is about structuring, right, your organization. And Mr. Charles Hester, who is a state employee for Ohio and also a network marketer, he wrote, thank you, Robert and TBD, for assisting me in structuring my organization. I have a very hard time oh my goodness, I wrote this wrong. I have a very consuming 9 to 5. Yeah, okay. I have a very time. Okay, no, I didn't write it wrong. I'm sorry. I was saying it wrong. I didn't write it wrong. I have a very time consuming 9 to 5. So I got involved in network marketing to create some form of leveraged income. My recruiting abilities are on point, but I could not figure out why my team building success and team culture was missing. Right? Training by Dunbar helped me figure that out. And right, guys, it's very important. So you can be a top recruiter in a company, but your structure be all wrong and you're not making any money. Right? That is a massive mistake, and it's something that's very common in network marketing. So it's almost like saying, I'm going to rent warehouse space. And once you rent that warehouse space, you just hire a bunch of employees, right? But you don't know what you want them to do. And they're sitting in there, you're paying them to be there, you're paying for the space, but you're not really running your business because you don't really know what to tell them to do. So they're figuring things out on their own, and they're making some money for the company, but they're not really making enough for you to pay them and keep the business running. That would be the same scenario as you building a network marketing company, being a top recruiter, getting people on your team, but structuring your organization wrong, not setting them up for success by asking them what they're looking for in this network marketing company, and then setting them up with the right trainers and mentors within that network marketing company so that they can build. So that's what we was able to do for Mr. Charles Hester out of Ohio with his network marketing business. So again, some people come and go, guys. Like, I don't even coach Mr. Charles Hester anymore because he got what he needed. He brought him to a 6-month one-on-one coaching program. He did the program. He learned his structuring. I taught him some other things in the program as well. Learned it. Boom, he's gone. Now, he may have another coach now. I don't know. He's no longer with our company. But sometimes people come in, they get what they need, and they go, guys, and that's totally fine. Like, I'm good with that. If I can help, right, for that time, right, he paid our company to help him for what he needed. He got his help, and then he moved on, right? And sometimes that's the case. So let's talk a little bit here about mentoring versus coaching so that you guys can kind of understand the difference, right? Not that you don't know, but what my take is on it. So mentoring, right? A development-focused relationship with a domain-relevant mentor who passes on their skills and experience to a mentee. Historically, a mentor is someone within the same company as the mentee, but in a more senior or tenured role, similar to upline or team support in network marketing. You guys follow that? Yes, yes? So now we got coaching, a development-focused relationship with a specially trained coach who provides guidance to a client on their goals and helps them reach their full potential. Typically, a coach provides coaching as their full-time career. They've often been trained by an organization to create goals and exercises for the coach-client relationship, right? So that's the difference between mentoring and coaching there. So let's go over 3 differentiators between the two. So, right, let's look at 3 major differences between coaching and mentoring so that you guys can just kind of follow, right? What's the difference between those 2 different deals there? So skills and training. That's like the first differentiator, skills and training. Coaches generally receive special training to guide people in any field towards achieving their goals. Mentors generally do not have formal training in mentorship. Their main focus is passing on specific skills and expertise to another person so that they can be more successful. So when you're looking at a mentor in a network marketing company, that mentor, right, your upline team support, your market leader in the state that you're operating your network marketing business in, normally won't have formal training in mentorship. They may have training in the subject that they're training on. They may have training in leadership, right? Because they may have taken sales or leadership training before, but they normally don't have formal training in mentorship. But their focus is to do what? Pass on the skills that they learned in network marketing, right? They're a network marketing trainer, a state leader, or a trainer within a company for either the business side of it, the product side of it, or the recruiting side, because they've shown that they've done it themselves. So, right, their main focus is to pass on specific skills and expertise to another person so that they can be more successful, right? So that's what a mentor is doing, right, versus what a coach is doing. So let's look at the second differentiator. This is a conversational viewpoint, right, on a coach and a mentor, right? So let's look at those two. Coaches trained to help the individual find their own solution rather than offering their own advice or opinion. That's a coach, right? A mentor, right, also are focused on helping the individual find their own solution, but they become more direct when needed. So a lot of times the mentor will get a little bit more involved with the person as a mentor versus the coach saying, hey, let me show you how to create your own solution. So, right, I'm here to show you how to do it yourself, not do it for you, right? I'm not going to get in the trench with you. I'm going to show you what you need to do while you're in the trench. So if a person says, hey, look, I'm trying to run, right, to 6 figures in network marketing. Well, your coach's job is to show you strategies to do so and show you what things you can lean on and how you can use certain systems to get to that 6 figures. A mentor might say, hey, let's do this together, right? Because it might be your upline, your team sport. Yes, you guys follow that? So let's look at the last differentiator between a coach and a mentor. And this is going to be nurturing versus raising, right? So coaches generally have a more direct posture and or locker room style. So a coach is normally on that sideline with that clipboard, right? And they're saying, hey, look, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, right? They get you out the game if you're not doing what you should be doing. When the locker room talk comes, if you're losing, right, you're going to pretty much get a heavy talk. If you're winning, they're going to say, look, you're winning, but don't let your guards down. You're going to get that locker room conversation from that coach. A mentor is normally more like a motherly kind of pat on your head and protective method of mentoring. Now, there's going to be some mentors that's going to say, well, no, I don't mentor that way. Well, that doesn't mean that that's not true. That just means that you may be a mentor who knows how to coach, right? You might be a mentor of coaching abilities. You might be a coach, but you might just be mentoring someone at the time. So I'm not saying a mentor can't do what coaches do and coaches can't do what mentors do. I'm just saying that nurturing versus raising, those are the two different things on a coach and a mentor on what you're looking for. So you may say, you know what, I'm actually looking for the mentor. Well, guess what? Get a mentor, right? So I'm showing you this not to say, hey, I'm selling you on a coach. You may look at that difference and say, you know what, I'm not looking for a coach. I'm looking for a mentor. And if that's the case, you can find mentors that'll mentor you at no additional cost, right? So you may want to find you a mentor if that can help you, especially in network marketing, because there's a lot of times that our mentors say that can help you, right? So let's look a little bit at the Piranha group. So, and let me see something real quick. I want to check something out here. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Okay. All right. Apologize. I just wanted to check something. So the group coaching mindset, guys, is important. So again, I always start my trainings off with mindset. Why mindset? Always mindset, because it doesn't matter what training you get. If your mind isn't right, guys, it's not going to help you, right? The best trainer can train you until you're ready, right? Like they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, right? So you've got to be prepared to be coachable. You got to be in a coachable mindset. So our group coaching program proposal was created to give our client base more affordable access to the most effective training material we offer, right? The group coaching experience will be most beneficial to network marketers who learn better in a group setting, right? So it helps you, it'll help you find a workout partner, participate in group coaching exercises, right? And create team coaching. So you got to have a different mindset, right? We're going to be talking about engaging, right? Attracting, engaging, and converting, right? The branding and image consulting will assist in reinventing your image on social media and in the network marketing industry. And then lastly, you see here on the right, where we talk about Changing your image will allow you to attract new leaders in your business. Once your new prospects are engaged in your communication with a leader, right, that being you, that can and will assist them in reaching their goals, right? They can be converted into active business partners. This approach will aid you in rank advancing and income goal enhancements. And that's what you want, guys. You want to attract, engage, and convert with people, and then you want to show good leadership, right? So let's talk a little bit about me as a coach, so you guys know at least who you're dealing with when it comes to me. So 15 years of speaking and consulting experience. I pride myself on delivering the best training experience I possibly can, right? I currently do over 50 online trainings events annually, and the demand for this training continues to increase. So I'm passionate. My passion is training on mindset. So I offer abundance of sales and marketing workshops as well. So you can see a lot of my stuff right online. I have different series of trainings on my YouTube channel. So please go there, check some things out there, and take a look at what I've got going on YouTube. So you will see a lot of my different training material that you can take advantage of. You'll see links that you can download, fillable forms that you can use to grow your business on the sales and marketing side. I did a course called Go for No and Go for No for Network Marketing. Both of those books that you guys may be familiar with. I did actual workbook training courses on both of those to show you how it's important to go for the no. So all important things here. So I've been in network marketing for 13 years. I work with a company called Legal Shield. So for those who don't know me, already, I am in Legal Shield. I'm still currently an associate with that company, with that network marketing company. And I'm going to go over a couple of my awards and some things like that over here, just again, because when I did my first webinar on how I was coached to six figures, and I sent it over to because I didn't do a lot, I just shot it and I sent it over to my coach, and my coach was like, look, great stuff, but if I was looking at that, I would have not used you as a coach simply because you didn't show any recognition of where you had received any kind of recognition in network marketing. So it's one thing to say I've been in 13 years, but it's another thing to say I've been in 13 years and I've received some awards or I've got some different accolades or whatever the case may be. And I dug out some of my awards. I don't really hang them up anymore because I'm just not a big recognition oriented kind of guy. So I don't have them hanging up anymore. When I moved, I took everything down and I never put it back up. So I just dug some out the box. I didn't pull everything out. I just put enough out because it's hard enough for me to talk about myself. So I didn't want to pull out every award and be like, hey, because it's that's gonna make me sick to my stomach to talk about myself that much. But again, I'm being coachable like I'm asking you to do. And being coachable means that my coach said, hey, you got to show people what you've done. So I tried to keep it in a timeline, guys, and I'm probably not going to do a good job at that, but I'll try. So the first one I'll show you here is going to be 2013, right? That's 8 years ago, I believe. Yeah, 2013. 8 years ago, right? Legal Shield Florida 2013 Rookie of the Year. And this wasn't for producing as an active associate, it was for a market leadership. So I was a new market leader training and holding meetings in the marketplace, and I was named Rookie of the Year in 2013 for the state of Florida, which was exciting for me at the time. And then in 2014, 1 year later, right, me and my business partner received Regional Managers of the Year, right, in 2014 for the state of Florida. So Regional Managers of the Year, I know you may not be able to see this, but if you can, 2014 Regional Managers of the Year, that was our recognition. And that was, again, it was for training network marketers in the marketplace, holding meetings for people to bring guests to, holding trainings on the weekends, Super Saturday events, things like that. Which says what? That obviously I was producing, I was recruiting, and I was helping people do the same thing, whether they were a part of my organization or not. That's pretty much what that says, right? That's 2014, right? That's a year later after I got Rookie of the Year. So let's look at 2015. So 2015, I was number 2 in organizational growth, right, for the state of Florida. So in 2015, I received the award for being number 2 in organizational growth, right? That's team growth for the entire state of Florida in 2015, right? Same year, right? No, excuse me, not same year. A year after I received, right, the regional manager year award, I was awarded number 2 for organizational growth in that same state. So, right? So a little bit of production going on there, right? So also in 2015, am I keeping this in line still? I am. So also in 2015, so in Legal Shield, there's 12 rings, right? 50K all the way up to $1 million. And before there was a 50K ring, it started at 100,000 and then it went to 250,000 annually. So back in October of 2015, so you see how, right? I'll show you, just so you kind of get an idea here. 2015, number 2 in organizational growth in the state of Florida. The same year, right, we got Rise to the Ring. Me and my business partner got Rise to the Ring. And what Rise to the Ring was earning $50,000 in 12 months in network marketing in that company, but they didn't have a 50K ring at the time. It was called Rise to the Ring. So we got that back in 2015, right? Still keeping it in order, right? So 2017, so for those that are in Legal Shield, you know that there's an organization called Team New Vision. And I'm a part of Team New Vision. I'm a proud member of Team New Vision, who is ran by Darnell and Tracy Self, and of course, his business partner and longtime friend, Mike Humes. They run an organization together. Also, they have a nonprofit, so you can follow them on Instagram under Team New Vision. You can follow Darnell Self under, probably the real Darnell Self, or just Darnell Self, and then Mike Humes under either the real Mike Humes or just Mike Humes. And Tracy Self is there as well. So they started this organization from a basement in Maryland, 7 of them in 1998, and here it is now. They've got hundreds of six-figure ring earners on their team. They've got over 20 millionaires within their organization. I'm one of the six-figure ring earners in that organization. And I was, when I received the ring, $50,000, right? When I got the ring, this was my number 74. So I was the 74th ring earner within Team New Vision, right? I was the 74th ring earner. So earning my 50K ring. And then there was a young lady on my team who received her ring a week before I did, guys. A week before I received my ring, she received her ring, and she was the 73rd ring earner. So she was the 73rd ring earner, and I was the 74th ring earner here in Legal Shield. Excuse me, not Legal Shield, but with Team New Vision, which is the organization when I got my 50K ring in 2017. So I guess before I told you that, I should have showed you that, right? So let me get this. This is the 2017, June of 2017. Legal Shield sent this to me, really excited. Earned for the first time, second time, right? Because October 2015 was the first time I earned $50,000 in a 12-month period in October of 2015. 2 years later, did it again and earned a ring, because at that time they had a ring program. So this is the $50,000 ring. It says Robert Dunbar III, 50K, June of 2017, guys. So I did that in 2017. And then, of course, I received this award, which is the TMV number 74 ring, and the people in my marketplace, right? Some other people on Team New Vision that lived in the same state I did this award for me here, right? So now we've got 2018. What is this? Silver Executive Director. So we were able to hit Silver Executive Director. That means that we were an executive director, and we had bronze, 2 executive directors in our organization, which made us Silver Executive Directors, and that is in 2018, May of 2018, Silver Executive Director, another award there, right? Team building. And that's 18. Oh, I skipped to 17. I'm sorry. I got a couple of awards I skipped here. I'll get them in. So 2017, we got rank advancement, right? So for rank advancement for the entire company, Legal Shield, we were in top 10 in 2017. We were in the top 10 for the entire company for a rank advancement, right? So can I train on rank advancement here, right? In my coaching company? Absolutely, right? In the top 10 percentage in 2017 for a world-renowned, right, a 50-year-old network marketing company. It wasn't 50 years old at the time, but it is now. 49 years old right now, just turned 50, right? So that's another award we received there in 2017. Top 10 percentage in rake advancement. What else we got here? That's 18. So in 19, another award here, similar award. So we have an award here for Trainer of the Year. Trainer of the Year in 2019. So again, right, this is, I mentioned it before, right? I'm doing this, I'm showing you guys this recognition. So obviously I'm letting you know I have the credentials to be able to, right, work with you and help you in your network marketing business. Well, guess what, guys? Trainer, right? For top 10 solutions trainer. So that means on the business solution side, right? B2B, not B2C, but on the B2B side of network marketing, I was able to be in the top 10, right? I don't remember where I ranked in 10 because it's 2 years ago and I'm 46, so I'm getting old, right? So I don't remember where I landed. I can't remember. I think I was in the top 5, but the award is for top 10 for Trainer of the Year for the entire company of Legal Shield, which is a huge network marketing company. So I got that award. That was 2019. And I'm going to stick with 2019 here for a second. And what else do I have for 2019? My other ring. So in 2017, I got the June of 2017 $50,000 ring. I earned $50,000 in a 12-month period for the second time. And then in 2019, right, got the $100,000 ring 2 years later. So remember I told you about the process, guys? It took me 2 years, guys, to go from 50,000 in 12 months to 100,000 in 12 months, from 2017 to 2019. So this is my ring from Legal Shield, November 2019, $100,000 ring. And I don't really wear my rings, not because I don't like them, but because I'm not really recognition orientated, so I don't really wear them. Oh, got another one for 2018. Sorry about that. So 2018, guys, Legal Shield sent me this award. 2018, this is my 1,000 app award, right? We call it an achievement award. That means that I've written over 1,000 personal applications, right? I protected over 1,000 families, and that was back in 2018. So I know I'm coming up on another award here soon, but 3 years ago, right, got to my 1,000th membership with Legal Shield. So production, recruiting, guys, training, awards for all these different things. And I think I got one more. Yes. One more award, which is the Field Training Award. So I got within the top 10 trainers, but then I got in the next year, I was in the top 10 for field trainers. And what does that mean, right? Very, very important for what I do now with my training company, right? Field training. That means that I helped people open up group accounts. I helped people on the business solution side, the B2B side, open up groups. So I was assisting people as a trainer in the field get better at business solutions with Legal Shield. So that is another award I got, and that was in 2020. They sent that in the mail because we did not have a conference because of COVID. But guys, I wanted to just go over those awards with you guys, and I know it sounds like it's kind of self-absorbed, but I guess obviously for my coach, he felt like it was marketing, and I needed to let people know that. So hopefully it didn't seem like I was bragging, but it was more or less of, hey, are you qualified to talk to me or coach me in the area of network marketing and those things? So that's why that was important. So moving on to print. So print is an additional $99. So just keep in mind, if you buy into any group coaching with TBD, Piranha the Inner Circle, the group coaching prices do not have print in there. So you would have to pay an additional $99 for print. That $99 does not go to my company. It goes to the Paul Hertz Group. That's who does the print. So I'll get you set up on that, and then we'll do a 90-minute print session. And then also my good friend and business partner, Mr. Harold Branch, who is one of less than 150 people who are certified to even do the print, right? He will do about a 30-minute session with you at no cost. And then I will do a 90-minute session with you as a coaching client at no cost as well. But you do have to pay an additional $99 to get your print done if you buy into a group coaching package. My one-on-one clients, you don't have to pay the extra $99. When you come on as a coaching client, I get your print done, and then I do the print session with you, and Harold Branch does one with you as well for about 30 minutes. and I do a 90-minute as well. So you're getting 2 hours of training on print. And I'll show you what print does and how it helps you. So I mentioned the sessions that you see on the left. On the right, it's understanding your major, minor print scores, what you can do with the information, finding out what your unconscious motivators are and how they work. That's what we do with the sessions on print. So getting your print done is very vital, right? And we're going to talk about your anticipated best self, right? Which is dissecting your anticipated best self in order to analyze what you bring to the table. And then we're going to talk about potential shadow behavior. So we want you to operate in your best self as much as possible. But we know nobody's perfect, and we know that you can't. So we want you to learn from operating in shadow behavior. So when you do it, learn from it, right? Learn from that bad experience. But your potential shadow behavior is taking a look at the potential shadow behavior that will allow you to personally develop those areas through learning materials. So your shadow behavior is the way you act when you've been triggered. So, right, somebody cut you off in traffic, or one of your leaders is ignoring you, or you call customer service and you don't like the tone of the person, that may trigger you, and now you act in shadow behavior. So we're going to talk about how to harness that, how to keep it under control, how to operate in your best self, and how to share your print and get the print of your leaders within your organization, right? Not everybody, but your leaders, so that y'all can communicate on a different level. So that's also part of what print is going to do for you. So it's important to do that in network marketing. So it's definitely worth the extra $99 on the group coaching side. Again, individual coaching, guys, that's part of your program. So you don't have to worry about paying the additional $99. So identifying your triggers and the triggers of the people in your circle. That's something else that we covered in that print consultation, right? Discussing your triggers and suggesting the people in your inner circle get their print so that you know not to trigger other people. And if somebody triggers you, you can say, wait a minute, I've been triggered, but guess what? It was unintentional, right? Because I have this person's print and I know that they just did this because this is what they do, not because they were doing something offensive to me, if that makes sense. And then trigger prevention and recovery for you and your team and your family. Why do I have family here? Because I would suggest sharing your print with your family as well, and getting your sons and daughters and sisters and brothers, if y'all are close, your significant other, married or not, get your print done so you guys can communicate better. It's like me telling you, you should read the 5 love languages, right? You should read the 5 love languages because it'll help the communication within the household. So practicing trigger prevention and recovery for yourself and your inner circle to reduce the conflict and stress, right? Really important when it comes to that. So we're a lot more to come on print if you decide that that's something you want to do, but I just want you guys to understand like how that all works. So time management and automation, how are we going to help with that? So time management and automation is very important with gaining time back, making the best use of your time, especially when you're in network marketing. You're a network marketer. It's so important to make sure that you're doing these things properly. So business calendaring, right? This program comes with automation direct link tutorial. So what does that mean? That we will help you set yourself up on a Calendly or Acuity, show you how to set up a direct link, show you how to put the forms near to ask questions so that when somebody schedules an appointment with you, you already know what they want. If you're selling something during that appointment that they need to buy ahead of time, you can even have them click, right, and pay before they set the appointment. It can be a requirement to pay before you set the appointment. So let's just say you've got an appointment to sell somebody one of your products that you sell through your company, and that person say, I'm gonna schedule and we're gonna get everything done at this time. Well, you may say, well, you can go ahead and pay here, or you may put that link inside that form where they can click that link and go right to your website and buy before you even meet with that person. So you can do all of those things so you kind of automate your business, right? Identifying calendar systems, manual, electronic, and automated, and making your calendar your boss, right? We're going to teach you on how to do those things within that coaching program so that you learn really how to make your calendar your boss and how to make all your friends and family respect your calendar and your schedule so you're not having that fight, right? Time blocking, right, man? Got to master the art of time blocking, right? So time blocking on your calendar in order to conduct IPA, income producing activity. So what we're going to talk about in group coaching is, right, how to put different signs on your door so that your family knows how to use those signs and know when to knock, when not to knock, right? You can go to like maybe Etsy or something and order signs that says, hey, currently on the Zoom. You can get like, you can have fun stuff hanging on your door, guys. If you got kids in the house, right? If you got a comical family, right? You can put things that are, you know, whatever your personality is, hang those things on your door, right? Do not disturb, right? I know one of my clients has a picture. He has a little plastic thing that he hangs on his door, and it's him, right? It's like a caricature of him holding somebody by the throat and punching them, and it says, "Do not disturb," beating up one of my clients right now, right? Just a joking thing that he has hanging on his door, like just as a laugh, but so that his family doesn't disturb him while he's operating his business, right? Because he could be making videos, he could be reviewing videos, he could be doing a three-way call with somebody, whatever the case may be. So time blocking is very important. You have to protect yourself through these different methods, right? You have to, especially if you got little ones at home, right? At me, I'm 46, but I do have a 2-year-old granddaughter that spends time here in my space. And when you got little kids, you got to be able to tell them like, hey, look, guys, I got to work from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And then, hey, look, after I finish working, I get everything taken care of. It's going to take me about 30 minutes to get myself set up to close out. And then we can go grab some ice cream, right? And then come back to the house. Little kids will love that. And they're like, hey, look, leave dad alone, leave mom alone. Let them get their work done, because if you don't, then we're not going to get ice cream. And normally the older kids will prompt the younger kids, hey, stop. Leave her alone, leave him alone, let them get their work done so that we can go get ice cream, right? If you're running for a trip, if you're doing a 90-day, what do you call it? A 90-day run with some of your business partners and accountability partners. And you say, hey, look, I'm on a 90-day run and we can't go anywhere. Like no out of town trips, no any of that stuff while I'm on my 90-day run, right? You do that. But after that 90-day run is over with, guys, you need to be taking your kids and your family to the beach or amusement park or whatever it is y'all do as a family that y'all like to do. Because when you come off that 90-day run, it puts you in a position to say, oh, hold on, sorry about that. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. So it puts you in a position to be able to say, hey, look, to your family, hey, look, you guys were patient while I ran, so we're going to celebrate this way. It also makes sure you give all the fuel you can, right? All the fuel you can to the 90-day run, because you know that when that's over with, you now have to spend money on this vacation, on this amusement park, or whatever you're going to do. And you know that you're going right off that 90-day run into a break with your family. So it gives you the ability to create a sense of urgency on that 90-day run and say, I've got to take this serious, because when this is over with, I've got family waiting to do this, family waiting to do that, or whatever the case may be. So you want to make sure that you see the importance of that, and that time blocking, there's so many methods you can use to do that, right? And we're going to go over into that. When we're doing the group coaching, I'll show you all different kind of exercises you can do and different things you can do, whether you're living by yourself or living with a roommate, right? Because you may be a millennial or a young pro, or you could just be somebody that just has a big family, right? So day stacking, right? A method we use to put your brain into overdrive, right? Creating a sense of urgency for your brain. So day stacking is a method that I use. I've got sheets that I use, like fillable worksheets that I use for day stacking. And what does day stacking do? Day stacking allows you to create a sense of urgency in your brain. So what I train you to do is say, hey, look, let's put our Monday to-do list and our Tuesday to-do list together on one to-do list, right? We got one to-do list. And then we're going to operate that the next day. You will not get through that entire to-do list. Now, if you do, that means the to-do list is too small. If you can get to 2 days of stuff in one day, that means you're not challenging yourself enough in the first place. But let's just say it works the way you need it to work, which is you're not going to get through it, right? The idea with day stacking is for you to understand that if your brain feels like you've got this much to do in this amount of time, guess what your brain does? It goes into overdrive, it goes into a sense of urgency, and it doesn't let you play. It doesn't let you fall into the social media black hole. It doesn't allow you to take phone calls from people to lollygag on the phone during your IPA time. It doesn't allow you to accept phone calls from people who you know they have a 5-minute question, but then they want to talk for 20 minutes afterwards about things that have nothing to do with business. It keeps you from doing favors for people, friends and family during your IPA time, because your brain is saying, no, 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 Richard, no, 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 James, no, 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 Sarah, no, 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 Kim, you can't stop working because you got to list this big in this much time. You guys follow that? So it just makes sense for day stacking to work in that sense. So we train on day stacking. I give you forms that you can use. And guys, look, even if you're not a coaching client of mine, you can still get the day stacking forms. That stuff is not an issue. If you're looking at this live on YouTube, just put that you want the forms. Give me your email, like email me or something, contact me, let me know you want the forms, and I'll get those over to you. If you go in the YouTube, if you're looking at this live on YouTube, and you put in there you want the forms, then I will go back into that chat on YouTube and I will drop a link, and you can click on that link and you can get the forms that way. So everything I have is link based, so I can always just drop a link, so you don't necessarily have to put your email in there if you don't want to. I'll just drop a link and you can come back in there, and I'll tag you and you can touch the link. Hope that helps. So disciplining your distractions, right? Working on exercises to limit the amount of distractions in your life. In business, that prevents your production, right? That starts with you hanging the correct signs on your door when you got your IBA time. That helps. That's what you using your phone and putting it on ignore when you're doing things like shooting videos or editing videos or going through your list or doing follow-up calls or any of those kind of things, right? So you want to make sure that you discipline your distractions, right? Discipline the amount of distractions that can get to you. You got to know what's going on in your household, what's going on at your 9 to 5, when you can make calls, when you can't make calls. You got to solidify that time, right? And then discipline any distraction that will stop you. So we talk about all those things so that you can get better at using your time, getting the most value out of your time when you're running a business, especially if you're doing network marketing part-time, guys. If you're doing it part-time, that means full-time when you're doing your network marketing, right? Part-time you're doing your network marketing, that little bit of time you're doing it, right? If you're doing it 20 hours a week, if you're doing it 10 hours a week, guys, you got to really be doing it. So that's what disciplining your distractions will do. So automation in life and business, right? The coaching program comes with tutorials, right? We will do a deeper dive into softwares, tips and tricks, and using efficiency. So guys, when I say how I was coached, right, to network to six figures, this is how I was coached, right? All of these things that we're talking about is how I was coached. So if I scroll up and you look at time management, so it was a time when I had a paper calendar and I had nothing on it. And my coach had to let me know, first of all, you need to have a calendar that needs to be full. Now, when I started filling my calendar up and I started complaining and saying, look, man, I got to keep writing in this calendar. I got carrying around this paper calendar, guys. I've been in 13 years, guys. So you remember, I used to have a day planner, right? With everything inside my day planner, right? Papers falling out of my day planner, just crazy stuff, right? And he introduced me to electronic calendars. He introduced me to things that says, hey, you can take advantage of this, that, or the other and do it with links. Instead of you scheduling your own appointments, you can have a link where people can schedule with you, right? Important things like that, right? So I learned that, right? I didn't understand time blocking. I didn't understand day stacking. I didn't understand disciplining my distractions. I knew that I had to stop my distractions, but I didn't have a method to do it. So my coach showed me how to properly time block, how to put scheduled time blocking on my calendar and color code it so that I knew, hey, this is call time. Right? He showed me how to make my first call. Like, hey, this is how you get into call mode. Here's a trick that you use to go boom, right into call mode. Now you in call mode and you're dialing because I did this trick. He showed me this thing to do to get in the call mode. These are all things that coach me to earn in six figures, right? In network marketing. So I just want you guys to understand that. And automation in life and business, guys, that's huge, man. I mean, just understanding different softwares and things you can use. It took me from having to have 3 or 4 people doing things for me. Like I have virtual assistants that I was paying part-time to do different things. You do this, can you do that? Only you do this many hours a week, right? I wasn't paying anybody full-time. I have virtual assistant doing this for 10 hours a week, a virtual assistant doing this for 4 hours. Sometimes it was just a job, a project. It was like, hey, can you do this one thing for me and I'll pay you, right? And I was using Fiverr and Upwork and all these other softwares to do that. or programs or online sites to do this. And then when I started understanding automation and different software, I was like, maybe if I just pay for this software, I can then get one VA, right? One virtual assistant and have them operate the software. Make sense, guys? So that helped out. So let's talk a little bit about social media strategies, right? I said that we was going to talk about the 5 most important, and we're going to get to that 5 most important social media strategies. So let's take a look at some. There's a big debate, and it's probably going to be one until, until we reach a time in the 21st century where people really realize that things like particular network marketing companies that sell particular products, that everything is moving online, guys. Online business is where everything is going. And I get the comparison high tech versus high touch. You'll see some on marketing. I got marketing that talks about high tech versus high touch and all those things, guys. And I will tell you without a shadow of a doubt, that I believe in high touch. I'm a belly to belly person. I am a go to a networking group and work with people kind of person. I am a join the chamber and do one-on-one sessions and sit downs at a coffee house. I am that person, right? I'm a belly to belly person. I'm a visual person. But I also know what I'm seeing was right before my eyes. And that is that high tech and running your business online and prospecting on social media is really where everything is going. And until you understand that, you're going to hit a plateau in your business until you understand that you've got to get more involved, right? So the coaching package, the group coaching package, will offer full branding and assistance along with software tutorials, right? But assisting in creating a story that will increase your following and boost your image on social media. Why do you need to boost your image on social media? Because you want people to follow you guys. You want people to follow you. Because people aren't following you, then who are you prospecting? If you don't have people looking at your lead magnets and looking at the things that you're talking about on social media, looking at your images that you post, looking at your free all expense paid trip that you earned through the company that you are with network marketing, guys. You got to keep all those things in mind, right? Your lifestyle, right? So I had to learn, right, from my coach, right, how to promote my lifestyle, not just my business. He told me, you need to start posting your granddaughter. You need to start posting your kid. When your kids come in town and you spend time together, post y'all hanging out. People want to know that you have a life outside of business, right? Yes or yes? So he taught me how to use lifestyle and how to take lifestyle pictures, right? These are all things that I pass through on to my clients, right? Don't just take pictures of you doing business. Take lifetime pictures of you holding your kids on the family outing and post those, because some people join network marketing companies so that they have the time for them to spend with their kids. So if they see you posting that stuff, they're saying, hey, look, Richard must be doing good because he's got free time for his kids, right? Kim, right? Jane, right? She must be doing good because I see her hanging out at one of her kids' football games, soccer games, volleyball games. I see them roller skating, right? I see them ice skating in cold areas, right? Right? Because they have the time to do so. So lifestyle will reflect or show the people who are following you that you have created the time freedom through your network marketing business, which a lot of times that's why they want to join anyway, right? So photography, talk about getting your pictures taken, what kind of pictures you should be getting taken. We cover all that kind of stuff. I had to learn the difference between my lifestyle photos and my business photos. And I also had to understand that it's not always about paying a photographer for a photo shoot, guys, right? These iPhones and Android phones, right? These cameras take really good pictures, guys, really good pictures. So you can have, if you got a nephew, a niece, a young entrepreneur, a kid, right? Somebody that's between, 15, 16 years old up until probably 30, right? And your family, they can take the pictures for you. They know how to operate those cameras and all that kind of stuff. You can take some really nice pictures of yourself. You don't have to pay a photographer, and then you can edit those pictures. So you can, we'll show you during our group coaching program, how to use Canva to create lead magnets and nice imaging and lead capture type things that you can post on social media. We're going to also show you how to use smart mockup, how to put your URL to your website where you sell your program, where you recruit people, how to put that on another computer in pictures, how to put people in your branded logo t-shirts and hats, right? Even though you may not necessarily have them made, you can have them made online, showing online in digital products where you got your team with t-shirts on for your team name and have them on there and say, hey, look, we got a winning team on the way to Maui, Hawaii. We got a winning team that just came back from Cabo, Mexico, all those kind of things, right? So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So if you're saying, right, this is not really making sense to me, I don't understand what you mean, that's because you don't understand the program I'm talking about. And that is why it's important to join the group coaching sessions so that you will understand what you're missing and why your business may have plateaued, and how even if you say, I'm gonna ramp my business up big time, I'm gonna start really moving forward with my business. When you go to do that, guys, you gotta understand, if you don't get involved in high tech, you're gonna plateau. Your business is gonna plateau, right? So image branding, guys, I just mentioned it. Canva and Smart Mockup to create branded social media posts and lifestyle images to build your leadership brand, right? So the 6-month group coaching deal that we do, we're gonna do tutorials on Canva and Smart Mockup and all those different software so that you understand how to use them properly. Now, if you're saying, hey, I'm big and bad, I don't want to do all that stuff, I'm gonna have somebody else do it, guys, you can use Fiverr and Upwork and all that kind of stuff. Take the pictures, send your logo, send your pictures to them, and they'll create all those lead magnets for you. You can do it however you want. But those that are DIY, right, saying I'm gonna do it myself, my budget is low, I will show you how to do that during our coaching program. And these are the things that I had to learn, right? This is part of how I was coached to 6 figures, because I had to understand how to post properly, right? Which is what attract, engage, and convert is about, guys. Understanding how I need to set myself up, what groups I need to be in, how I need to dialogue with those people, and how I need to pull them off of the big distracted world of social media and get into their inbox, in their email. Those are things that we're going to show you how to do in the social media program. But the next slide is going to talk to you a little bit about that social media deal. So social media networking, right? The group coaching program comes with scripts and more details on groups to join and how to add to your warm market through social media marketing, right? So find new places, right? Groups and platforms to join, to post your newly branded images, join new groups and platforms to prospect, and then start looking for podcasts, right, to build through. Start looking for collaborative things you can do with other influencers so that you can gain followers of theirs, and they can gain followers of yours. Now you have a bigger following and more people to prospect, right? Image building, opportunities to share your story. Those are all things you can do through social media to really increase your following. And if you increase your following, guys, you do what? Increase your potential customer base when you increase your following. Good? So let's look at the next slide. So the 5 most important social media strategies. So here it is, guys. Social media can be a bit scary and overwhelming, but high tech is the wave of the future. As it comes to prospecting within network marketing, if you consider yourself running an online business. So the 5 most important social media strategies are meant to assist you in capitalizing off of different social media platforms without becoming a pest and without falling into the social media black hole, right? And that means I get on social media, calling myself going to post, calling myself going to do business, and I find myself saying, happy birthday, happy anniversary, the kids look cute, right? You're buying into stories, you're looking at political stories, and you don't ever post, you don't ever go to your groups and have meaningful conversation, and you don't extract these people off of social media and get them imported into your email system so that you can send them information that will convert them over from being a prospect or somebody that follows you on social media to somebody that's a new business partner within your organization in your network marketing company. So that's why these things are important. So ultimately, we want to coach you on how to go onto social media, prospect genuinely, deliver lead magnets, and extract your potential prospects to import them to your potential email list, right? Yes, I had to be coached to do that, guys. I had to learn how to do those things, and that's a process. So strategy 1 is going to be personal image branding and developing your story. That's going to be the first strategy. We need to Get your personal image branding going. Get you a logo, right? Get you a company name and develop a story. So you can go out and market yourself through that story, right? You're going to market yourself through that story with your new branding. And that's how you're going to get people to follow you. And then maybe you can convert them over. Even if they're in another network marketing company. I was just actually on a call yesterday with a top leader in network marketing, and he was mentioning that. He said, look, sometimes you run into people that are already in network marketing companies, but they may not stay with that company. And if they don't stay with that company, guess what? They may be willing to join your company coming up here in the near future. So strategy 2, joining and creating the correct social media groups, right? That means not just joining these business groups, right? Not just saying, hey, I'm a Black person, so I'm gonna join the Black Lives Matter, or I'm a Black business owner, so I'm gonna join a Black business owner group, right? Like for Blacks only, or business with Blacks only, or whatever. I see those groups all the time. There's nothing wrong with them. Like, I understand the pro-Blackness of them and the supporting your own race and your culture with business. And it's fine to join those groups, right? No matter what race. If you're Asian, then you're joining groups in the Asian community. If you're Jewish and you're joining groups in the Jewish community, it doesn't matter, right? You can proactively join your groups based on your culture. But what I want you to also look at, right, is not just joining women power groups and men only groups and groups based on your race or based on business, but I want you to join groups where you have a genuine interest in what they talk about. Travel, right? Boating, classical movies, classical cars, right? Whatever it is you do with your time. So whatever it is that you love to do recreationally, we're going to talk to you about joining those kind of groups so that you can create genuine relationships. Because if you create genuine relationships, you can then turn some of those people over into prospects, right? So joining the right groups and then creating the right groups, which is you saying, hey, look, I'm going to create this group so that I can attract my clientele to me. Attract my clientele to me. You guys follow that? So you're taking the fish out the ocean and saying, let me put them in the barrel so when I get hungry, I can go in my backyard and I can just spear them. You guys follow that? That's what you're doing in that circumstance. So I want you to keep in mind, because that's really important. Strategy number 3, engaging with the prospects properly and genuinely on social media. That means not lying to people, being transparent, right? Giving things away, giving information away, giving checklists away, right? Asking people how their day is, genuinely responding to their posts, not because you want them to ask you a question about what you do, but genuinely responding to their posts, so that you can create genuine friendships, right? So that's what it's about, right? Strategy number 4, understanding what platforms to join and why YouTube is a must. So one of the things that I talk about in my training is YouTube. Coaching, I should say. YouTube is overlooked. As many people that are on YouTube, as many YouTubers and videos and all that stuff people find, like, there's no shortage of YouTube videos on any topic. But a lot of people that are business owners who don't shoot videos for a living think that they don't need to be on YouTube. So what we're going to be talking about in the coaching program is why YouTube is a must, how that's free advertising. Remember, Google owns YouTube. So when you get a chance, right, even if you have to open up another window on your computer, even if you have to do this on your phone while you're listening to this, right, whether it be live on YouTube or whether you're listening to the webinar replay, open up your phone and put in a search, a topic, right? Right? How to bake cheese, how to make vegan lasagna, right? How to earn more income in my network marketing company. Not only are topics going to pull up and images, but videos are going to pull up because Google owns YouTube. So if you have a YouTube channel and you put videos on there about you, about how your business is working, right? Your business experiences, things like that, people will find you as a leader on YouTube when they pull up certain topics, right? And that's just like skimming the top, guys. YouTube is a very heavy way to gain business when you have a YouTube channel. So we're going to talk about the importance of having a YouTube channel and understanding what platforms to join, whether you should be on TikTok or Clubhouse or LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, whether you should be on all of them or some of them, and why. When it's overwhelming, you end up doing nothing. So that's strategy number 4, right? Strategy number 5 is creating and using lead magnets to extract those new prospects. You keep hearing me say that word, right? Extracting prospects off of Facebook and social media in general and getting them into your email list. You do that with lead magnets. So we're going to show you how to use lead magnets, how to make it so that when they click on it, you can get their name and their email. And when you get their name and their email, you can follow with them appropriately based on what lead magnet they clicked on and what their interest was. So you want to create lead magnets that will get you a customer based on what you sell or based on the opportunity of working with you in the home business space, whichever it is that you got going on. So guys, that is the 5 most important social media strategies. And guys, we go over those pretty heavily in the course, the group course, right? So reaching and maintaining new rank levels, right? Who doesn't want to do that? You join a network marketing company, right? You want to move levels. You want to move up pretty quickly. So you're saying, hey, look, I want to move levels. Let's get this done, right? Hitting new rank levels is excellent. And we want to see you there. Maintaining those levels increase your monthly income consistently. And you want to make sure that you're doing that. So let's talk about that. All right, rank level advancement strategies. So I told you, well, no, I didn't tell you. I showed you a testimonial, right? I showed you a testimonial of a client who I helped structure their business correctly so that they could make money. So take a look at your structure and formulating a plan to build to an executive director structure or regional director structure, or whatever the name of your top level is, qualifying level is in the company that you're a part of, right? We're going to show you how to do that, right? We're going to talk about leadership one-on-one, right? So all group coaching clients will get access to our digital materials and training courses that are less than $50. So when you join our coaching program for group coaching, anything that we market that's less than $50, you can get it for free because you're a part of our group coaching. So just understand that, right? That means an ebook. That means a course that I may be doing that might cost 30 or 40 bucks. Any of those things, right? So understanding that there are 5 levels of leadership and knowing how to apply them in your network marketing business. And we got a slide coming up that's going to go over the 5 levels of leadership. So don't worry about that, guys. Right? So just telling you that, you know, that is part of the group coaching, because I had to learn that. I had to learn from my coach that, hey, you can't say to the new associate, which you can say to the seasoned associate. You can't say to the person who's been a business owner all their life, which you can say to a person who's just transitioning from 9 to 5 to business owner. You can't. Because if you use the wrong language, if you rub them the wrong way, then they'll leave the business. So understanding the different levels of leadership are very vital as it comes to you building your business up properly, right? We're going to talk about team culture, creating or plugging your team into the organization's culture, right? So like I said, I'm a part of Team New Vision, right? Which is one of the fastest growing network marketing organizations, right? In general, not in Legal Shield, in general, right? We've got like 2 of the top leaders in network marketing, right? Darnell Self and Mike Humes, right? As a part of Team New Vision, who formed Team New Vision along with Tracy Self, Darnell Self's wife, and 5 other associates and business partners that met in the basement and decided that Team New Vision, Faith, Family, Finance was the way to go. Team culture. I learned team culture from TMV, Team New Vision. And then my coach then poured into me and said, team culture is important. Team culture is important. But I had already learned that skill set from being a part of a team that's massive, right? That started in 1998, Team New Vision. So it was important to understand that within that organization, how to build that second family, right? Team New Vision is my second family. So creating or plugging your team into organizations, team culture, cause, recognition, whatever you guys have going on as a team, because that way you're making them part of a second family, right? Unique contests, team contests. We talk about those things as well. So, and of course, you're gonna learn what I learned, which is everybody doesn't qualify for the big deal. So the company that you're working for may say, we've got a BMW program. We've got a Mercedes-Benz program. We've got a Cadillac program. We've got a Bentley program. Well, that new associate or that unseasoned, right? That novice, I mean, not novice, but that, novice might be the person that says, hey, I can't qualify with that stuff right now. It's too much. I don't know how to do that activity yet. I'm still new to network marketing. Haven't figured that out yet. If that's the case, if that's your scenario, right, then you have to look at, we can qualify you for a smaller program, right? So the company's giving away an iPad, you may give away earbuds. Does that make sense? Right? The company may be giving away a car payment. You can give away maybe a $50 gift certificate, right? $100 gas card, $25 gas card. It's about understanding that unique team contest will go a long way, if that makes sense, right? Yes, yes? Give me 1 second, guys. All right. So you want to make sure that you can qualify your people so that people don't feel left out, right? Right? No associate left behind. So you want to make sure that you can do those things as well. So maintaining qualifying positions, right? Maintaining qualifying positions. So, right, building one, coaching two is the strategy, right? If you got more legs than that, then it's building one and coaching three. If you got more legs than that, then it's building one and coaching four. That's how that works, guys, right? This will assist in maintaining open communication and team support. So you always want to be building into one leg, one organization, and then coaching the rest of your organization. You're going to coach all the rest of it and say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we're looking to do. This is how this works, if that makes sense. You guys follow that? Yes, yes? So we want to make sure that you understand, right, without a shadow of a doubt, that maintaining your qualifying positions are very important. Very important. Maintaining your qualifying positions is really, really, really important. So you got to keep that in mind. So this will assist in maintaining open communication and team support, right? This will assist in maintaining open communication and team support. So keep that in mind. 5 levels of leadership. Here we go, guys. 5 levels of leadership. We roll it. What makes a good leader? Some say you'll know one when you see one. Others confuse being a leader with simply having a title. The 5 levels of leadership by John C. Maxwell, you'll learn how to go from being a boss to a real leader, how to get people to follow you without using your rank, and how to use your leadership to build a legacy that stands the test of time, right? What does it say highlighted? How to get people to follow you without using your rank, right? 5 levels of leadership. So let's talk a little bit about those 5 levels here. Get them all up here at the same time. All right, here we go. Level 1 is position. And basically what we're going to be training on is understanding that when people join the company and they're on your team, they're going to look at your position and they're going to say, okay, this guy or this woman is a manager or a senior manager or executive director or an executive director or a regional director or a market leader or whatever titles move around in the space that you're in, right? That's who that person is. I'm going to respect their leadership because of that. So that's level 1. So they're going to respect you coming into the door because it's based on title, right? You have a title. This is a new company for them, right? Same thing at a 9 to 5, right? You come in and that's your manager. That's your supervisor. That's first level of leadership, right? Position. The second level is going to be permission. That's going to be that person is giving you permission to lead them, right? They're saying, hey, James, look, I kind of see what you're doing in the company. Like I'm asking you for some mentorship, some leadership. Hey, I'm asking you to assist me here in my circumstance. Can you work with me? Can you help me? Can you field train me? Can you, whatever the case may be? You want to make sure that somebody come in, right? Can come in and say, hey, look, I want you to coach me. I want you to train me. That's them giving you permission. That's the second level of leadership. So when they ask you for your assistance, ask for your leadership, now you know that you're at the second level. And you want to make sure that you understand who you're on the first level with, who you're on the second level with. Level 3 is production. That means that people respect you as a leader because they see that you're producing, right? Producing. So they're saying, okay, this person is actually writing memberships, selling the product, right? Recruiting people. They're producing. So I respect you as a leader because you do have production. Because some leaders have gotten so far in their network marketing business that it's like, look, I'm so far ahead, like I don't really have to do anything no more. I'm kind of at whatever that level is. And I kind of just manage y'all, or I help y'all, or I'll do some three-way calls, but there's no production in it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, no judgment. All I'm saying is sometimes that level of leadership gets lost when there's no production from that upline team support. So it's important to understand that if you want to have level 3 leadership with your team, then you have to continue to produce. Yes. Level 4, people development. Are you developing people to be successful? So it's one thing to say, hey, look, I've got a position in the company. You've given me permission to lead you. I'm producing, right? But am I developing people? Am I showing people how to get to the level that I'm at? Am I training people on how to earn more income, right? Or as much income as me? Am I showing people how to rake it dance? Am I showing you how to bring people in and train them properly, right? Am I developing my people so that I can at some point back off and let that business run because I've developed enough leaders, right? And then the last level of leadership is pinnacle, right? That's the pinnacle. That's the top leadership. That means that your business is on full automation. That means that you trained your leaders to train leaders to train leaders, right? So that means that if I say I'm an executive director in the network marketing company that I'm a part of, can I create an executive director? Can I then take that executive director and say, let me show you how to create an executive director, right? And then can I say, hey, executive director, can I show you how to train somebody to train an executive director? Does that make sense? So that's the pinnacle. That means that you can now you can back up and say, hey, all of the steps that need to be taken for this to be an automation, the people in my organization, they have it all figured out. Do I step in and do things? Do I help? Am I available for certain things? Absolutely I am. But that doesn't mean that I have to have my foot in the front door for my business to run, right? Pinnacle leadership. So we talk about the 5 levels of leadership. We go over certain things out the book during this group coaching program so that you will understand why it's important to understand the 5 levels and how they can help. And again, this book is written by John C. Maxwell. It is an excellent book. If you haven't read it before, you need to read it. So we're going to be closing out here, guys, in about 10 minutes. Yeah, about 10 minutes, we're going to be closing out here. So income strategies, guys. Let's take a look. So you can increase or decrease what you do not track. Let's look at your current income, right? Identifying and understanding what streams of income you plan on pursuing on your journey to earn this specific income that you're trying to earn, right? So there are levels of income that you might be trying to earn a ring, or hey, I'm a 6-figure or 7-figure person, or I do 5 figures in a month, whatever number that is that you're looking to get to, right? You have to understand where the streams of income are going to come from in that network marketing company so that you understand how to earn it, right? Like I said, you can increase or decrease what you do not track, but you also have to know where you're tracking it from, right? Where you're tracking it from. Choosing your income enhancement dates. So you want to choose 3 dates, right? You want to have a date that you call your boss date. What is your boss date? Your boss date is the date that you plan to earn this income level, right? Whether your company has it set up in levels or not. You may say, I want to get 5 figures a month. There may not be a category in your company for that, but you can still hit that level. You can still do 5 figures in a month and say, hey, look, I'm having $10,000 months. That's what I'm setting up for, $10,000 months, right? $20,000 months, $50,000 months, right? And maybe that's what you're shooting for. If that's what you're shooting for, you need to have dates to get that done, right? So your boss date, right? And then your date that if you missed that date, and I call that, let me pull this off here. I call that failing to success date. So let's say that I didn't succeed on hitting that boss date. Then I would have a failing to success date, right? A safety net date that if I didn't hit that date on the day I said, I already know the next date that I can qualify if I miss that date. You want to have that as well. And then you want to have your accurate date, right? Your accurate date. So I kind of mix those up. So your failing to success date is going to be your date that you're going to hit if you miss your actual accurate date. So you got your accurate date, which is I'm going to earn this income. My first time doing $10,000 in a month is going to be the end of September 30th, right? That's my date. September 30th is to say I made $10,000 in a month, right? And I may say, well, my boss date is going to be, hey, the 13th of September, right? Because I'm gonna bet I've earned $10,000 in a month of September by the 13th. That will be your boss date, right? And then your failing to success date may be, didn't qualify by September 30th. Let's try next month and see if by November or October 31st, I can do $10,000 for the month of October. So now you move it to that next month to see if you can qualify. That will be your failing to succeed date. So your boss date is early, your accurate date is on time, and your failing to success date is if you miss your accurate date. So we're going to talk about how to set those up as well, and then we're going to talk about the income enhancement charts that we've created through TBD, and those will do things like track your daily income, track your weekly income, and track your monthly income. So you can track all of those different incomes, guys, right, through those sheets. So those are already available. I already have those out on social media. So all you got to do is hit me up or go to one of the YouTubes that I did on it and just click on it. And the links will be in there for you to grab those enhancement charts. If you can't find them, just message me on either YouTube or somewhere else. Just message me and say, hey, look, I can't find them. I'll drop the link wherever you message me at, and you can click on them and you'll get them. Those income enhancement charts really do allow you to keep track on your daily basis on how you are progressing. So let me tell you how that worked for you. If you have a goal of saying, I want to earn $50,000 in the next 12 months, that will be 173, I think, dollars a day. I think it's $173 a day, $174 a day you have to earn. Do that. If today goes by and you made $125, that means you're $50 short. So that means tomorrow morning when you wake up, you can say, okay, I'm $50 short. What am I going to do today to make up the $50 plus make the $174 that I need to make? It's easier to course correct on $50 than it is to wait till the end of the week or the end of the month and say at the end of the week, wait a minute, I'm $700 short. Or the end of the month and say, wait a minute, I made $3,000 and I was looking to make $4,166. So you literally are $1,100 short of your goal. And that might be so discouraging that you don't keep going. If you look at it and say, hey, look, I'm $50 short, I'm $100 short on a daily basis. Now, tomorrow, I can make up that $50, $60. So that's why it's so important to track your income. And that's what the income enhancement charts are for. So you can take advantage of those as well. And then it says income enhancement strategy execution. And this is just saying, hey, look, we know where you stand on your current numbers. We know what your streams of income are in the company that you work with. Your specific income enhancement dates have been established, right? We got your boss date and your accurate date and your failing to success date. So, and we have a chart to keep us accountable. So now we can do what? Execute our strategy, right? So this the group coaching package comes with 10, 15-minute accountability days per month to keep you in, assist you in keeping track with your numbers, right? So you want to make sure that you take advantage of that. If you say, hey, look, I'm going to have 10, 15-minute accountability days where I can call coach one-on-one and talk to him about what's going on with my business, right? Not in the group space, but one-on-one. Is that fair? Yes or yes? All right. And we already talked about this, but I'm gonna breeze by it again, right? The attract, engage, and convert, guys. So you need lead magnets to attract these new prospects. We're going to show you how to do that. You see on the left-hand side, it says the package offers lead magnet creation assistance along with software tutorials, Canva, and smart mockup. Guys, well, my coach was like, look, you need to do some design work. I was like, design work? I'm not a designer. He was like, well, you need to go to Upwork or Fiverr. When I got tired of paying them to do that stuff, and I found the Canva software, I was like, well, I can learn to do this. And I started just doing my own, guys. But lead magnets are huge, and it really boosted my business. Lead magnets really boosted my business. It boosted my email list. It boosted my prospecting, everything. So lead magnets are huge, and they're very important to make sure that you have, like, you keep track of lead magnets, and making sure that you have something to give people for them to click on, to follow you, or to give you their email so that you can send them something that may be relevant to what they clicked on in the first place, what their interest was. So we're going to talk about how to use those lead magnets to market through, right? And I'm going to show you guys how to do them on Canva and Smart Mockup, right? Where are you fishing? Can cast your reel on social media platforms, podcasts, and YouTube, right? We talked about that. So where are you prospecting at when it comes to online? We're going to find that out and then help you, like, streamline that so that you're getting to having the best experience and you're not wasting your time on the wrong social medias, and that you're not doing podcasts when it's not beneficial, or that you're not getting on the wrong podcast with the wrong audience, or a podcast that doesn't have a big audience. Like, we want to make sure that you're not doing like any of those things, right? All right. So how to engage? Your lead magnets have done their job, right? They got people off of Facebook, off of social media. I shouldn't say Facebook, but social media, into your email list. So how do you engage with them, right? Now it's your job to engage with these new prospects with relevant marketing materials. You now have to prospect these people. You got to send them something that's going to catch their attention, something that they're going to click on and say, let me see more, let me hear more. And once they do that, right, once you engage with them, then you can increase your conversion rate, because you know how to match. You know how to mirror match. You know how to mirror match personalities, right? You know how to mirror match backgrounds. So now you're closing at a much better rate, right? This program will assist you in following up through scheduled emails and scheduled content delivery via social media, right? Free information, consistent follow-up, strategic marketing, and transferring value is how you increase your conversion rate, right? Let's get after it. And that's what it's about. Once you get these people off of social media, get them into your email, you need to be hitting these people with emails that are relevant to what they want to know, what they want to hear, so that you can eventually transform them over to a buying customer, whether it be on the associate side and bringing them into business, or whether it be on the side of the product. So real quickly, guys, I'm going to go through the pricing here, and we're going to close out. And for those that downloaded this stuff, you have the prices. So no biggie there, right? You're good there. So the 6-month program, because it's 6 months, right? You're going to get weekly Zooms for 90 minutes. So you're going to get 27 weeks of 90-minute Zooms that we're going to be doing live every week, every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10 o'clock for you to plug into. 8:30 to 10 p.m. 90 minutes a week. You're going to also get 15-minute on-the-go sessions, right? And you're going to get quite a few of those. So you got here 30 of them, 15-minute on-the-go sessions for 7.5 hours, right? 7.5 hours. So what else did you get? Nothing. All the information. So I wanted to make sure I was covering everything you was getting. So this is the price. The 6-month program, if you pay all at once, if you say, look, I'm going to pay for everything at one time, right, you're going to get it for $746.25, which is basically 1 month off, because it's basically $149.25 a month over 6 months. So if you pay it all up at once, then you're getting the $746.25, right? So you're paying for 5 months. So if you do $149.25 times 5, you're going to come up with $746.25, right? You get 1 month for free. So that's if you want to pay it all up front. You don't have to. There's other pay plans, but this is how you pay all up at once. $746.25 one time. Boom, you're good for the 6 months. And you got your whole program going, right? The second payment option, same thing, 6 months program, 15-minute on-the-go sessions. You got the same 90 minutes. So every program, you get the same thing, you're just paying differently, right? If you're saying, no, I'm going to make, right, 2 payments. I'm going to make 2 payments. I can't make 1 payment. I'm going to make 2. The price is $895.50, right? $895.50. So if you do $149.25 times 6, right? $149.25 times 6, which is what it costs a month, you end up coming up with $895.50. That's really the cost of the program. It's basically a little bit less than $900 for 6 months of group coaching. You're going to pay $447. You're going to pay $447.75 when you join right immediately, and then 90 days into the program, you're going to pay another $447.75. Yes, yes. The next payment option is the 3-month payment option. You're getting the same stuff in the program, right? Same group training, right? You're going to be along with the same people. But on this one, same price, $895.50. Price doesn't go up, price doesn't change. You see, it says important. There's no percentage increase for people who choose a payment option. 6-month program investment, $895.50, a little bit less than $900. 3 separate payments. So when you start, right? So you're saying, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and make my first payment. That's $298.50. 60 days later, you do another $298.50. 60 days later, you do your last $298.50. That's how that works. That's how you do the three payment program. And lastly, you can't have a 6-month program, guys, and not have a way to pay for 6 months, right? So last program, same. Look, guys, left-hand side, same thing. Right-hand side, no price increase, $895.50. But now you're talking about $149.25 per month. $149.25 per month. That's it. All you're gonna do is cut a check, right? You got to cut a check. So I got it all systematic, right? So $149.50. You click, you pay the $149.25, right? You get started in the program, and then every month you're gonna pay $149.25 over the next 6 months to pay the program. So, right, you're learning while you're earning. You remember that, right? Learn while you earn. So the $149.25 monthly is how you do it for the 6 months. So how do you get started? For those that are going to want to get started, there's a link in the chat. So if you're on the YouTube live, if you go to the second link in the chat and click on it, it's going to pull up all the prices and some testimonials. And you just click on enroll now under whichever one you want, and it'll take you through the process. You know, it'll take you through the checkout and all of that. So that's already set up for you. You're going to do that if you choose to do that. For those that are looking at this as a replay of the webinar, you're going to receive a link that's going to let you know where to look at the prices at, how to do everything. And then when this webinar ends, which is going to end here in just another minute, when this webinar ends, it'll take you to the sales page where you can choose what program you want to get. You choose that program, and then you start rolling from there. Remember, the orientation is going to be on Wednesday, this Wednesday coming, next Wednesday, which is the Wednesday coming, on I believe it's the 11th. That's going to be the orientation. And then the first training or coursework is going to start on Wednesday, the 25th of August. So anybody that's interested, all you got to do is click those links or contact me. There's also a way to consult with me. So when you go in there, you can click consult, and then it'll schedule a time for you to talk to me before you enroll. So if you click there and you're like, I want to get this, but I want to ask a couple questions, then all you need to do at that point is click the consultation button. It's going to pull up a link. You're going to schedule a consultation with me. It'll come to me. I'll approve it, and then we can talk on the phone if you need me to answer any questions before you get started. So remember, guys, right? But how is coach to 6 figures? You can get to 6 figures without a coach. You can get to 7 without a coach, but you probably won't maintain it, right? Having a coach really does help you build your business, your network marketing business. I showed you my accolades on what I've done here in network marketing over the last 13 years doing business. And I want to be able to help you as much as I can. Group coaching was definitely a more affordable option. That's why I put together this group coaching program so you guys can take advantage of for those who want to take advantage of something like that. So it's all there, guys, for you. It's all laid out for you. It's ready to go. So that's where it's at, guys. If you're live on YouTube, please like the channel, subscribe to the channel if you would like to. I do a lot of free things here. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on all the different places. For the people who are looking at this webinar replay, after this goes off, it will take you to the sales page, and you will also get a follow-up email letting you know how you can get started with the program. So again, guys, Robert Dunbar, this has been my 2-hour webinar on how I was coached to 6 figures. I hope you guys enjoyed the webinar. I really hope that you got something out there. 2 hours free, right? I know I had a sale at the back end of it, guys, but I hope the whole 2 hours of content that would at least help you a little bit in your business, like right now, before you ever buy a coaching package. So hopefully it also allows you to say, hey, if I can learn this much from him in 2 hours, what can I learn from him and his team in the next 6 months to really boost my business to the next level? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. This is Robert Dunbar with Training by Dunbar and Piranha Inner Circle Group Coaching. You guys have a great rest of your day.